Hey Spooky fam, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a quick little prop to add a little bit of pizzazz and flair to your Ren Faire outfit. If you haven't read the title already, I'm going to be showing you how to make a potion bottle, not an edible potion bottle, just for aesthetic that you can add to your fairy garb or any kind of garb that you're wearing to Ren Faire, or even if you're just doing a D&D type outfit, this would be a really good addition. Also, if you don't know who I am, my name is Rocio with Rocio Jimenez Cosplay. I post anything cosplay, Halloween lifestyle, travel, Ren Faire, of all sorts of things here on this channel, so if you want to see more of that, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, y'all. Now let's go ahead and get started. So first you will need one of these glass bottles that you can get on Amazon for about $8 to $15. They have many different sizes. I prefer to get these sizes specifically just because they look like very D&D-esque, and you could get many different colors. So for example, I have gotten purple, green, you get blue, you could even get different colors like this, but I don't recommend these for this specific project because we're actually trying to get color on this clear glass. And the way that we're doing that is going to be very quick and easy and cheap. You will also need acrylic paint. I just go with the apple barrel one from Walmart, or you could do a mixture of paint. So for example, this is a purple fabric paint, but fabric paint I noticed isn't that dark when you're mixing it in water. And this is an acrylic purple paint. I'm actually going to be mixing both of these to make a purplish consistency of my potion. This specific one that you see here was a neon green paint. It was a matte finish, which a matte finish will have some grain in there. It's kind of hard to see, but there is some grain in there if you mix it a little bit. You could see kind of little particles at the bottom. I actually wanted that aesthetic being added, so beware that depending on what kind of finish you're using paint-wise, it will also give you more of a consistency, but you could also try to get rid of those little balls by mixing the paint as best as you possibly can. But like I said, to get this specific color, I did use a neon green. You're then going to go ahead and fill up your bottle up until around here with water. I like to do about that much. Let me go ahead and do that first, and let me show you how much it actually looks in the bottle. I now have my water filled, and this is about how much I add. Remember that water does weigh a lot, especially if you're wearing this around your belt. So water all depends on how much weight you want to carry, but this is about how much I add. Now you're going to go ahead and need a paintbrush and your paint. Now, I just use a small paintbrush like this, and you could use a paint palette, or you could just put the paint directly on this. That's how I like to do it. And then you're actually just gonna go boop and start mixing. I'm gonna start with my lightest color first, and then I'm gonna get to this pinkish, purplish color, and then I'm gonna add the dark purple to get like that purple rich color that I want to get. So let's go ahead and start doing that first. So first, make sure to shake your paint really, really well. Once this is shaken, you're going to go ahead and open it up. You're going to put a bit of paint on your brush, and then you're going to go ahead and just dip it right in. You're then going to go ahead and start just stirring it as best as you possibly can. Try to get all of the particles of the paint. And this does take a little bit. As you can see, the water is starting to change. So just mix, 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 mix until all of the little particles are done, unless you want particles to be part of your consistency. Note that you can do this in a separate cup as well. That might be a little bit easier to get all the particles, but I just find it easier to just do it straight in this, and then you don't have to worry about trying to pour the water nicely in there. It can be a little difficult. And you don't want to get that on any of this area that already, is nice and painted. Why even get paint on over here on this side? Definitely don't want to do that. Now, I sort of have a lavender color right now. I want to achieve more of a darker purple, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of my dark purple. Let me go ahead and make sure this is shaken a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and open it up. You're going to get your paintbrush out, and you're going to add a little bit of that paint on there and just pop it right in and do the same thing that you did with the first color. So it took me a little bit of mixtures, but I finally was able to get the purple consistency that I wanted. So now I recommend drying the top of your bottle here all the way. I did get all of the chunks out of there as well. Anything that I felt wasn't nice and aesthetic looking, you could leave chunks in there to kind of make it look like, you know, stuff was in there. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it does add a little bit of aesthetic. And then you're also going to go ahead and make sure that your cork is dry. Once it is, make sure you check to see how far it goes in. I tend to push the cork down, and then once I push it, it tends to indent the cork. You're going to take it out, and then you're going to add some super glue. This, since you can't drink it, I highly recommend closing it first of all so you don't do a dumb ways to die and accidentally drink it. Also, because it's on your belt and it's rolling around, you don't want it to accidentally open and it spill all over your outfit. That would definitely ruin the vibe and is not fun at the Ren Faire. So I'm just adding some super glue onto the cork here. And I am gonna add some to a little bit of the top area here too. And you're just gonna squish it down in there and have it all sealed. That's why you need to make sure that the top of the bottle is dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and just plop it in there nicely. Make sure I put this aside. I don't want to super glue my hands. And just pop it in there nice all the way. And then it's nice and glued. Your bottle is ready to go. And you could have this in here no problem. This is gonna dry, so let this dry, and then you could add it to your belt. Now, some people might be wondering, won't that dry out inside the bottle? Fun fact, it doesn't. So I made this one back in 2018, I believe, or 2019. And as you can see, there's like a little bit of paint in there, but this is because I don't use this one that much anymore because it's a brown color. I'm trying to go more towards the blacks and like other type of colors because brown, I don't wear a lot of brown for Ren Faire anymore. But if you're constantly using this, when you're walking around Ren Faire, you're literally like this. Your belt is moving while you're walking because this is normally on your hips. And look at this. If you look at this consistency, it still looks really cool. People always ask me, what's in your bottle? Where did you get your potion? Like, and I'm like, I made it. Like, this is just paint and water. That's it. And as you can see, it has like this really cool like redness tint to it that I honestly think adds to the aesthetic. If I turn it upside down, there's like the red part that I told you, but that didn't happen until recently. This bottle did not have that a year ago. So it just recently happened. And like I said, it's because I haven't really been using this for a while now. But if I go in there with my paintbrush, if I unglue it, because this is glued, it'll look totally fine. And honestly, people aren't gonna notice because that's at the bottom of the bottle. So you can keep these like this. Now I have this neon green, which just looks so cool. My boyfriend was like, you could literally put fake eyeballs in there. You could put different things in there too to make it look nasty. Or that glitter, the edible glitter, because it will actually like, you know, be in there. That'll look so cool. So yeah, this is how you make those bottles. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I had so much fun making it, and I thought it was something super easy because people always ask me, what is in your bottles? How did you make them? And honestly, it's the easiest thing ever, and it's so affordable because all you're really paying for is $1 for paint, a cheap paintbrush, which is probably another $2, and one of these, which is literally $8 to $15, depending on what you decide to go with. So yeah, I hope that helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time, my spooky fam.